For latest astrology videos, subscribe AstroEdify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live.
Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to talk about the placement of Mars in second house, what kind of results we can see if Mars is in second, and we will see two conditions here. First, if Mars is well placed, making good yogas in the chart and is in second house, then what kind of results it can bring. And second, if it is afflicted, making doshas and it's badly placed or weak, then what kind of results we can see. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is shown in the description. So we are going to talk about Mars in second house today. Now, first condition we are going to take is if Mars is well placed. By well placed, I mean that Mars is in its own sign, exaltation sign, friendly signs, and the zodiac sign in which it is sitting. The lord of that sign is well placed in the chart. Then if Mars is making good Raj Yogas, Dhan Yogas, because second house is the house of money, it is the house of Dhan. So Dhan means wealth, money, finances. So if Mars is making any kind of Dhan Yogas in the chart or any kind of good Raj Yogas in the chart, then it is considered to be well. And it's not combust or it's not making relations with 6th, 8th or 12th lords or Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. Then in this case Mars will be considered suitably placed. And you also need to check the placement of Lagna and Lagna Lord. How the Lagna and Lagna Lord are, the better they will be, the more strength Mars will gather. So if any of those situations are there, then we can see yes, Mars has capacity to give good results. Now in second house, there will be several results possible for Mars in that. Now first here is that, see, second house is the house of money, family and speech. So Mars is going to impact all these three. And second house is the house of material life. So it shows that Mars will bring material desires of the second house and energy to work towards them as well. So it can make person what? That materialistically driven, it's not a bad thing. It means that person is ambitious, wants to have a good standard of living, money, wealth, luxuries, pleasures, and pleasures of all kinds like food, clothing, living, travel, all kind of things. So that's what kind of mindset Mars can bring in the second house. Now you also need to see the other planets, of course. But generally speaking, Mars in second house can bring material desires or ambitions for these things in life. And at the same time, it can show that if Mars is strong, Sun is strong, it will not only just give you mere desires, it will also give you will, stamina, courage, risk capability, and dedication, sincerity to fulfill those desires. The hard work which is necessary, Mars brings that. So if Mars, Sun and Saturn, these are strong, they will give you those qualities to fulfill your ambitions as well. So this is a good situation for generally having money as well as spending money, because Mars does not hoard the wealth. Mars is not the holder of the wealth. Mars means it's a soldier, so it does not know that it's going to live the next day or not. So the thing here is that Mars shows that, okay, if I have money, I'm going to spend it. I'm going to live my life in the present moment. So Mars, if it's strong, it will give you the income enough to have your fulfillment of the second house things. So it shows that some kind of high expenditure can be seen, and it becomes a situation difficult for savings. You have to check other yogas. And if other yogas are good, then it shows that it will bring you money in order to spend and in order to live well off. So that can be seen in second house. Then in second house, Mars can show a person who is independent, stubborn, confident, arrogant as well, but arrogant in a way where you become somewhat arrogant over a period of time as much you get success in life. So the more accomplishments are there, the more fulfillment of ambitions are there, Mars generates an ego that I am capable of something, that kind of thing. So it can be termed as arrogance or it can be termed as confidence, whatever you like, but Mars can bring that nature. Then it can also show ego derivation from second house things. So ego derivation from the family, from the money. So ego derivation means the you tend to find identity in those things. Ego means identity. So identity through family, that I am born in such and such family, my father, my parents, I have this lineage, I come from this family, I have this lineage. That kind of a person who is proud of their lineage and family, that can be seen. And money as well. Money means I have this much power, I have this much wealth, I have this much influence in society. That is also seen from second house Mars. Then it can also show a person who is authoritative, assertive, but with dormant nature. I'm not talking about, because if Mars is well placed, it's not going to give you negative anger. Negative anger where you disrespect people, where you are throwing tantrums all the time, not like that. But Mars in second house, if it's strong, it gives you authoritative, bold, courageous, assertive nature with dormant attitude. So dormant attitude, like you can listen to other people's suggestions and advice, but ultimately you will do what you want to do. So that kind of thing can be seen. And it can also show it can give high lust in the body, because Mars from second house is looking at the eighth house. Eighth house is the house of sexuality, so it can show that a person can have high lust. But if Mars is strong, and other planets, no doubt you have to see other planets, the ninth house, the Jupiter, how the exhibition of sexuality is going to be, how the fulfillment of the sensory gratification is going to be. It is going to be positive or it is going to be negative. It is going to be through the means accepted by the society, or it's going to be illicit, through illicit means. So that depends on other planetary alignments. But Mars in general can show this kind of quality in person in second. Then second house is your speech. So speech shows that it can make person bold, straightforward, assertive in style of speech. A person who gets easily agitated, easily irritated if particularly if somebody interrupts them or does not adhere to their belief systems. And it can show anger. Obviously it can show anger, but anger which comes easily and goes, that kind of thing, if Mars is good. If it is bad, I will talk about that later. Then it is also a good situation for creative fields, artistic fields. It's a very suitable situation if you have good Venus, Moon, Mercury placement. Second, fifth, third house are suitable. Fourth, 12th house are good. Then it can show that person can be good at creative artistic skills. And also Mars can show, Mars is your friends, but in second house it can show a person who is social, but more like opportunistically social, what I'm gaining in return. Because second house is money and wealth does not only mean money. Wealth means wealth of all kinds. So wealth of money is one, wealth of skills, wealth of this influence, power, all those things. So it can make person more driven towards that, where you are more opportunistically social, and more extroversion attitude can be seen in those domains where you gain something out of some people. Now it can be good or bad, it depends on people, but yes, Mars has capability to bring this kind of result. And second house is family. So as I mentioned, ego derivation is one from family, but apart from that it can show support from family. If Mars is strong, fourth house is good, Moon is good, it can show a good well-off childhood, as well as a person who comes from good family background, who has support from the family. I'm not just talking about material support, I'm just also talking about emotional support, where you not only, let's suppose some people are there who don't have that well of financial background, but they have good emotional, moral support from their parents or family members. So that can also be shown in Mars in second, if it's well placed. So these are quite good results of Mars in second. Now we'll talk about the second situation, that is if Mars is weak and afflicted. So weak like it's debilitated, the Neej Bhanga is not happening, it's sitting in enemy signs, it's completely combust, afflicted by Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, retrograde, Mrityu Bhag situation. In Navamsha it is badly placed. The zodiac sign in which it is sitting, that planet is badly placed in the chart. Ascendant Lord is weak, or Lagna is afflicted, Sun is gone, Moon is damaged. So any of those situations are there, then Mars will lose power, and Mars will, the more afflicted Mars will be, the more negative result capacity it will have to bring in life. So all the things which I'm going to mention now, treat them as a source of information. You can see a combination of results also, like some good, some bad in some cases. You can see all good results in some cases, all bad results in some cases. You need to see the chart in totality. Don't jump to conclusions. Take it as a source of information, what I'm telling right now. So thing here is, if Mars is weak and bad and afflicted in the chart in second, then it can show a lot of problems. Like it can still bring a lot of material desires. But before, if Mars was good, it was giving you will, courage, stamina, dedication, commitment to fulfill them, achieve them through your self efforts. But now what will happen? Those things won't be there. Desires are still there, but either no willpower or no seriousness is there to fulfill them, or you avoid hard work completely. When the things get tough, you leave the things in between and go away. So it shows a person who is avoiding hard work, who is avoiding tough situations, who is avoiding struggles. And Mars and Saturn, believe me, no matter how good they are in the chart, they will only give you ultimate suitable good results once they test your seriousness and hard work. Before that, they don't give that. So if Mars is badly placed, this shows that a person does not have those qualities like willpower, seriousness, dedication, commitment, consistency, patience. They are disciplined, they are not there. And when the situation becomes somewhat struggling, you leave the things in between. You don't accept your responsibility, no accountability of actions, and you tend to throw blames on other people or situations or find excuses. That is the really negative nature of Mars in second if it is badly placed. Then it can show a person, particularly if it is with Rahu, it can show a person who uses shortcuts, illegal, illicit means to fulfill their desires, to achieve money. So not through the good means, doing all kind of illegal, illicit, wrong activities in order to gain money, in order to fulfill whatever desires they have. So it shows use of shortcuts and these kind of illicit, illegal means to fulfill your desires. Then again, you have to see the yogas. Then apart from that, it shows a person who lives in constant self-denial, never accept and see their own mistakes, no self-introspection whatsoever. Second house is speech, so it corrupts your speech. Mars, it can show bad, harsh, abusive, hurtful, really bad speech, critical speech. Or it can show speech problems, people or kids who have speech issues. You need to see Mercury also for this. Then it can show troubles to or with family. Either you have troubles with the family, like your relationship with the family is really bad, the home environment is really bad, it's really toxic, it's really all the time distressful, full with tension. So either that kind of things are going on, or you are having means troubles to the family. So your family is suffering because of certain things, or your decisions suffer, make your family suffer, or vice versa. So troubles to or with the family of all kinds can be seen. Then it can show quite negative results in terms of personality, and you need to see Lagna Lord and Moon for this as well, how they are. So the more they will be negative, it can bring anger issues, negative anger, where person, it's like you are very, very short tempered, and no matter what, you always find that something offends you even though it is not directed at you. So it shows a really emotionally insecure, fragile personality with a lot of anger issues, frustration, jealousy, bitterness, cruelty, sadism, violent behaviors. It can either show a person who can be the victim of any abuse, or who can be the victimizer of the abuse. That depends on the chart. I'm not going to tell you the combinations, but yes, it depends on the placement, that it can show any kind of abuse. Either the person becomes the victim or the victimizer. That depends on other combinations. Then a person who is really ungrateful, because Mars, particularly with Rahu, it makes person really, really selfish. And also it shows a person who is highly possessive or toxic in nature. Now again, you need to see other yogas. Don't just jump to conclusions. That is why I'm saying that I'm telling all sorts of results possible, and you need to see the entire chart. then you can judge that how a planet is acting. Apart from that, it can also show the more sun is weak, then it will bring no energy, lethargy, health issues, physical health problems, stamina is not there, always person is tired, health problems can be seen. A person who has low self-esteem, self-doubt, low self-confidence. Then second house is finances, money. So it can show financial troubles and instability. Either you are not getting the job, or you are getting the job also, but you are never able to save a single penny in your life. Or even if you save some money, it is lost all the time. Or you are not able to have use of money whenever you require that. So financial troubles, financial instability, loss of money, loss of wealth can be seen. Debts and loans can be seen. And it can also show high lust in the body, but now it will show a person with no commitment, sincerity and loyalty in a relationship. It can also bring all kind of problems in marriage and relationship of the person. All sorts, it depends upon the chart, all sorts of problems can be seen. Second house is food intake, so it corrupts your food intake. So Mars, Rahu, Venus, if they are badly placed in second house, they corrupt your food intake. So they can show addictions, or addictions are like smoking, drinking, or any other kind of addictions as well, which corrupt your food and your body in general. So let's suppose you are not a smoker or a drinker, but let's suppose you are a person who eats in stress, binge eating, binge stress eating. That's also bad food intake. So ultimately, any kind of food intake which is damaging your body, then it will never give any peace of mind, no peace of mind, only bitterness, resentment and denial in nature. So these are really, really bad results of Mars, which are possible in second house. Now, as I mentioned, you don't have to jump to conclusions and judge immediately. You need to study the chart, you need to see the combinations, you need to see the divisional charts, and then you have to come to some relevant conclusion in the person's case. Before that, till then, treat it, all the things which I told to you, as a source of information, as a source of learning, nothing more than this. So I hope you have gathered a basic or a good understanding of Mars in second, what kind of results are possible, good and bad both. So that is all from my side today regarding Mars in second. If you are new to my channel, subscribe below. For more, check on my website, Facebook page and Instagram. Their links are shown in description. Otherwise, we'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.